Welcome to Design Thinking Games, the podcast where game design meets player experience, and every game is a chance to support the community. Celebrate this 5th season of the Design Thinking Games podcast by not just talking about how games play, but diving into how they're made, how they're tested, and how communities keep them alive. All types of games are on the table, from tabletop to digital, solo journaling to massive multiplayer. Come explore all forms of gaming and the design thinking behind them with your host, Tim Broadwater. Find every episode, including this one, wherever you get your podcasts, or jump in at designthinkinggames.com. Now, roll up your sleeves, open the playtest notes, and celebrate the power of play.
Eventually I walked to the very center of the exhibit hall at Origins and walked all the way back through the very center row to the indie games. At the very end of the street of Origins, to the left, is this booth with chickens everywhere. I had to know more.
Yeah, we're a new game studio, Seacow Games, and this is our first title, Flock Together, along with our brand new expansion, the Birds of Feather expansion. That joke's all day long.
I asked about the game studio and the games that they had designed, and he started to tell me a tale about this one game in last year.
This was first published in 2024, and we sold out almost immediately. This is our first reprint and expansion. The boats are coming in right now.
As we started to talk about the game, I wondered if this was the first time he had ever been to Origins.
Yeah, we were at conventions last year, and we sold out last year at PAX.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. So this is Flock Together, a co-op coop game, if you will, for 1 to 5 players, where everyone takes the role of a different chicken and works together to fight off the invading predators by the end of the 3rd season. So say this is you are playing as Wyatt Chirp. You can level up your character, get stronger, and gain new abilities just by turning the page. And you can keep leveling up until you are, as they say, fully yoked. Now, the bad guys work the same way. Say you're up against Hens Gruber. If you don't defeat Hens Gruber in the 1st season, he levels up. Die Hard. Yeah. Man of culture, right? Now, if you don't defeat him, he's going to keep leveling up until you finally take him out and go with every good boss should give you that loot drop. There's 11 different characters you can play as, all asymmetric. You might be playing as Agatha Christie, General So, Attila the Hen, Annie Oakley, Sherlock Holmes, Beowing, Winston Coophill, Madame Tchaikovsky, Huckleberry Finn, and more, facing bad guys like Cleopatra, Cher Corn, Professor Multiarty, Sal, Monella, Esmeralda, Owl Coupon, and more. And all this comes in your box.
I knew that Flock Together was 1 through 5 players and it was cooperative, but I wanted to learn about the mechanics in the words of the designer.
Yeah, action points, engine building, boss battler plays about 20 minutes per person.
Nice. And then what is the expansion?
So it's no new mechanism, it's just more content, more of what you already know and love. We're adding characters like Cluck Norris, Broods Lee, J.R.R. Yolkin, Arakorn, Heir of Condor, Princess Leia, Chikira, and bad guys like Weasel and Klong, the Sheriff of Rottingham, Chewbacca, Leonardo, and more.
Flock Together has so much going on with it, it seems a great game to follow, and I'm going to keep my eyes on it. And I asked how I could keep doing that.
Yeah, we're on SeaCowBoardGames.com, and you can find our game on Allplay's website. And it's $89, and there's only one edition, the best one. All the deluxifications are included in every game. It hit dirt like a week ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I want to show you this chicken dice. It's my favorite component in the game. So this is the face, that's the 6. You have the wings on both sides, 2 for the feet, 1 at the back, wherever that is. Anatomically correct chicken dice.
That is amazing. That is cool. That is very cool.
And you take this with you, it's yours.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Before the con was over, I ended up going back and buying the game and the expansion. It's so fun.
The desert's heat never rests, but neither do your rivals. Push forward. At last, you followed the leads and found what you're after. Half buried within the crumbling ruins, the green-eyed Toda stares back at you. its emerald eyes glinting by the light of your torch. But you're not alone. You've been followed and you should have been more careful. Rookie mistake. Your rival has you in their sights. What are they plotting? Sabotage? A blade-edge bargain? Or perhaps a bit of strategic arson? No matter the case, one thing is certain. If your glory is imminent, they will try to thwart you with everything they've got. How do you know? Because you would do the same. This is no time to waver. It's time to dig deep and break through to claim your glory. Stay sharp, play smart, and you might just find fortune is in your favor. In X, Seekers of Fortune, an ever-expanding, action-packed adventure card game. Pre-order now at xseekersoffortune.com and seek your fortune today.
Weaving through different rows and columns of Origins Game Fair. In front of me, I see a booth filled with several tables with different games. However, one of them draws my attention, as it appears to be a Winnie the Pooh bear, but also Cthulhu kind of figure. So I want to know more.
So we are, this table, this is Absurd Adventure Games. This is the Call of Cthulhu. So the Cthulhu has come to the 100-Acre Woods. Poor little Christopher Robin here got into his father's library. He found a funny-looking book. It had little pictures. He traced them on the floor. And the next morning, suddenly he woke up and his eyes were all dark. So he has been infected by some of the old ones, and he has started spreading that to his friends in the 100-Acre Woods. So you, of course, you need to protect the world. So some of our favorite friends, Kanga, Eeyore, Pooh Bear himself, you can take on the roles of those characters to try to defeat your corrupted friends, such as Piglet, Tigler, and ultimately you need to defeat and kill Christopher Robins to stem the tide of this evil. But you have to be careful as you go through combat. If you take too much damage and lose all of your stuffing, then you will flip over to the corrupted version of yourself and join the ranks of the enemy.
What he is describing is so interesting, and I know that Winnie the Pooh became open rights shortly, not that many years ago, and so I kind of want to know more on how the game's played.
It is a cooperative game, so in the base game you can play from 1 to 4. You could choose which of your our stuffed friends you want to be, and then anyone that you're not playing as may join the game as their corrupted version. And then we have an expansion called Shadow over the 100-Acre Woods, which will expand it to 6 players.
Oh, nice.
Christopher Robin, in the base version, he is the ultimate villain. Once you defeat him, he flips over to his final form, as you must, and you must defeat him again. In the expansion, Christopher Robin can actually be a playable character, so can become one of your friends.
This game looks very cool. It has a lot of really neat illustrative and narrative appeal, and definitely hits that horror kind of checkbox. And so I kind of wondered, is this new or had it been out for a while?
Did the preview. We actually kickstarted in October and Halloween, and our product is on a boat. So we are here spreading the news, continuing our pre-orders. Today, you could be the second person to get it because our Kickstarter backers will be first.
Oh, nice.
And then we should start shipping in like August or September, as soon as it clears custom. So we are offering a bundle to people here at the convention. You can walk away with the playmat, and then we will ship you the game as soon as we get it.
The appeal of this has to be through the roof, and so I see a lot of people very interested in this, so I want to know more about that, and I ask how people find out more about the game and the design studio.
We are a small, game company. We have a lot of experience. We're trying to spin off something a little bit more absurd, and so we are putting that under this new company's umbrella. and we hope to check us out. Yes, it is. A lot of people they love the concept of just taking their childhood memory and kind of twerking it to the evil side a little bit. So our website again is Absurd Adventure, one adventure games, multiple games. So absurdadventuregames.com. There's a couple other games listed on the website, which we will be coming out with. One of which I just got the prototype cards for is Nero Needs Nom Noms. So again, a little absurd, Nero the Crazy Caesar, he got the munchies, and it is your job to try to feed him before he just decides to execute the entire kitchen staff.
As I leave Absurd Adventure Games, their logo reminds me of the podcast logo to some degree, and I'm bookmarking the Call of Cthulhu.
Thirst is a 2 to 4 player vampire versus vampire game of Dominion, in which players become powerful, monstrous, and bloodthirsty vampires. Rise from the graveyard hungry to find that you are not the only creature of darkness in town. Fight other vampires for dominion over neighborhoods and for influence. Hunt, but hunt wisely. The first vampire to accrue an influence score of 10 wins and can finally slake their thirst. Thirst is on Kickstarter. Sign up to get notified of its launch at thirstboardgame.com. Find Thirst and other things we're working on at designthinkinggames.com.
As I'm walking along, my attention is immediately drawn to a booth that has an entire collection of little white plushy serial killers holding knives with red glowing eyes surrounded in black rings. I walk up to the booth immediately and kind of wonder, what is this game?
So my name is Jordan McLaughlin, and I run Rookie Mage Games. So over the years, I've made a total of 7 different games. Don't Get Stabbed is my most popular one. But I also have kids games, social deduction games. I've made some like inappropriate conversation starters. Tried to make a little bit of variety of stuff for everyone.
This booth looks like it would be very popular. So I kind of wanted to know more about the studio and the games.
It is just me. I design and sometimes do the art if I'm good enough for what the vision is. And my husband does the taxes, so I don't mess that up. So I first went to Kickstarter with Don't Get Stabbed in 2019. So this is actually the second edition. I actually went back so the first game that I made, I couldn't afford an artist. So after work, I would go to the library and watch YouTube videos and taught myself how to do illustrations.
Oh, nice.
But eventually I got better at it. So then I was like, I want to go back to Don't Get Stabbed, do the art again as I would use my new skill. So this is actually the second edition. And like we did better on the second Kickstarter. This game's really like, because of Don't Get Stabbed, this is now my full-time job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks.
This is a very cool story, so I wanted to know where the game studio was located and what was going on or any special promotions that were going on at Origins.
I am literally in Columbus. I am in town. So it is great. I get to come here all day and then I get to go back to my own bed at night. It's amazing. So for the convention, we have Don't Get Stabbed and also our Stabby plushie. They're both $20, but if you get both, you get $5 off. So it's $35 to get both.
Now I'm very curious, and I want to know more about Don't Get Stabbed, how the gameplay works, what does it feel like, what's it based on?
So it's just like a slasher movie from like the 80s. So you have one person is the killer, everyone knows who it is, it's not a secret identity, and everyone else plays as a victim. So everyone takes turns drawing cards, and in there's stab cards. If you're a victim, if you get stabbed 3 times, you're dead and you're out of the game. So you want to avoid getting stabbed, so you're going to use these things called action cards. So they got different things on them like first aid, using kung fu to block the stab. And as you're going through, you're trying to match up what we call combo cards that have horror movie tropes. Because when you get 2 of them that match, you trade them in for what's called a car, And if the victims are able to spell out the word or car and either are still alive, escape and they win the game. But if you're playing as the killer gets to use the other side of the action cards. So they get to do things like put victims in traps, steal cards from them, make it harder for them to survive. And then when the killer gets stabbed cards, they get to put it back in the deck where they want. So you can target someone to try to get them stabbed and out of the game. Killer wins if they manage to kill everybody. It's a really simple palate cleanser game, party game. All the stuff I do, I try to stay pretty lightweight fun.
The game sounds very interesting and totally up my alley. And so I kind of wanted to know if there was a particular card that people, hated to get, or what was the most famous card in the game, or infamous card.
I always like the Human Shield because that's if you want to see people get vicious and get mad, that's the card that does it. But it is also 18 plus because of 2 cards. So the game is 18 plus because there's horror movie tropes. So things that people do in horror movies that get themselves killed is have sex and getting drunk. So those cards are in there.
Before Origin Game Fair was over, I ended up buying a copy of Don't Get Stabbed. I also got a plushie to go with it, so I did get the discount. I'm going to keep my eyes on this game studio.
RookieMage.com. That's got all my stuff on it. I also do a lot of TikTok, so just search for Rookie Rage Games there. And that's kind of it, yeah.
Join me, Danielle Reynolds, for Game Design Unboxed, a podcast where I interview game designers about the games they've made. From inspiration to publication, we will unbox the story of where the initial game idea came from and the following journey to getting the game made and into the player's hands every other Tuesday. But not only that, I'm taking the best parts of my podcast and turning it into bite-sized videos on Instagram and TikTok, so follow along at Game Design Unboxed to learn more tips and tricks from other industry professionals.
As I walk through the convention, I see a man dressed as a gladiator, and he seems to be working one of the gaming booths. I go up to him and ask him who he is.
Hey, my name is Matthew Ryan. I'm the owner and operator of MV Born Games. We specialize in making tiny box games that are travel friendly. MV Born Games, I started it, I think in 2016, but I didn't actually publish a game until 2018. And then I didn't do anything until 2023, seriously. So it was more of very much just a hobby kind of thing when I first started it. But yeah, I've been doing it full time since basically the end of 2022.
There seems to be a lot of games here on the shelves of this booth, so I'm wondering, how old is the studio and how many games there are?
We have probably about 9. I think 3 of them are kind of getting discontinued because they've just sales have kind of dropped off a little bit. But we have actively 5 in development, and then we have 5 that are selling very well at the moment. So
I now see, and it's starting to make sense, why he's dressed up as a gladiator.
the newest one is Hercules and the 12 Labors. That actually had a very successful backer kit campaign with 1,600 backers. Thank you. So Hercules and the 12 Labors is a solo boss battler where you're taking on the role of Hercules and you have to work your way through the 12 different labors. Each labor comes with a lore card, so you get to feel the immersive experience of taking on the role of Hercules. It's backed. It's actually going into production this week, so it'll probably be available for fulfillment September or October-ish.
Nice. Do you have any specific Origins promo or something going on if people come here specifically?
Yeah, so in the coupon book, we actually have a promo deck for our game Confusing Lands, which is our best selling game. It's actually up for a Origins award. It's a finalist in the light strategy category.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
It's
We'll
a fun
see.
Game. I actually have I recorded you playing it or teaching it last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
So
I love that game.
it's fun.
If you ever see red, yellow, blue, or green fanny packs at a gaming convention, it's probably a good bet they are from Envy Board Games.
Our games fit in fanny packs, so we have fanny packs in booth. If you get 3 or more, you get a free fanny pack.
That is great.
This guy exudes positive energy, so I wanted to wish him a good Origins and head on my way.
Thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you. And keep an eye on MV Born for all the fun games we have coming out. If you go to MV Born Games, you'll find us. We're on TikTok actively, Facebook, Instagram. We do have a Discord channel as well, but I need to get better about being on my Discord.
Thank you for listening to Design Thinking Games. Your time is valuable, and it means a lot that you spent it here in Season 5. Stay connected on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. DMs are always open. And don't forget to visit designthinkinggames.com to request topics, ask questions, or see what else is going on. If indie vampire board games sound like your thing, check out Thirst, where vampires and minions fight for influence in a dark city. Head to thirstboardgame.com to follow the journey and get updates when it launches on Kickstarter October 1st. Until next time, game on!